everybody, welcome to Elite Wine TV. I'm your host, Mark Fusco. Thanks for coming in for another episode. So today's wine is a white wine from Italy. It's from Ruffino, which is a well-known producer. It's the Orvieto. It's from Orvieto Classico. That's the DOC, and it is $9.99 at HEB Plus. It's 2008 vintage, and picked it up because it was in the right price point, and it was a well-respected producer, and it's a wine I've never had before. Matter of fact, I didn't really know what the Orvieto DOC was all about and where they're from and the varietals that they're using, so figured I'd check it out. So let's do that. So I'm getting citrus out of it, according to the website, which, by the way, Ruffino, kudos, at least for this, and I think also for the, for this wine, kudos to having notes about it from 2005 to 2008. So I'm really just getting the citrus on it. They claim there were some floral accents on the aroma. I don't get any of that. I do like trying to read these things to see how I match up with the official tasting notes and aroma and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just get really the citrusy stuff on it. Not much else. I mean, maybe there's some floral in there, but I get more of the fruit. A little bit acid. Got some good acid on it. Still getting the fruit. Still very citrusy. I guess I get what they claim is almond. Maybe a little bit. I never really thought of almond on the wine, but one of the reasons I do read the tasting notes is sometimes it triggers ideas of what you might taste. It's kind of like, discussing when you and another person, you and a friend are talking about wine and you're tasting it, and one of you catches something, says, "Oh, I taste apples," and the other person's kind of like, "Yeah, I get that too." Now, you may have gotten a fruit out of it, or maybe you got apples, but you weren't thinking red or golden or green apple. You just got apple, and somebody goes, "I get green apple out of it." And you go, "That's what I get." So reading these notes ahead of time, especially for me, that's still really developing my palate, kind of helps out. Yeah, I do kind of get the nutty aspect of it. It's pretty good. I really like it. I say I'd give it an 87. I think it's pretty well made. You got decent acid. It's a little hot, but it's room temperature. But it's a 12%, I believe, or 12.5% alcohol, if I remember correctly. 12.5. Definitely recommend it. Let's talk about Ruffino. We'll talk about this in particular. The Orvieto DOC in Italy is in central Italy. It's bordered to the west by Tuscany, to the east by March, and to the south by Lazio. So they're pretty much right in central Italy. This area of Italy has been producing wine for thousands of years, since the Etruscans, who were there before the, quote, Romans, before Romulus and Remus kind of took over. The Etruscans were in that area, and the Romans eventually overtook the Etruscans because they were kind of in central and north Italy. But they've been producing wine for, since, 1000 BC. They've been in the area since 1200 BC, and they introduced the early Etruscans introduced wine to the area. Now let's talk about the varietals. It's 40%. This particular vintage is 40% Grichetto, 20% Procanico, which is a clone of Trebbiano. So basically it's Trebbiano. And then the other 40%, and they didn't break this down, which I wasn't really happy about, the other 40% is a mixture between Verdelho, not Verdeo, but Verdelho, and Canialo Bianco. Now, the last two varietals are varietals that, according to what I was able to research, aren't really important varietals, but they took up 40% of this particular vintage. Two of the other three vintages, where they broke down the actual percentages of everything, they only made about 20% of the wine. So that's telling me that the harvest of the first two, of Grichetto and Procanico, weren't probably the best, and they needed the other two to help boost the wine up a little bit. And that's where blends really come in. If it's a single varietal and the harvest really is bad, the vintage is bad, then you're kind of screwed if it's 100%, say it was 100% Grichetto or 100% Chardonnay type of thing. If you've got the blend in there where, like in California, it's got to be 75% Chardonnay to be called Chardonnay, or is it 85%? But anyway, it has the minimum percentage, but say it's 90% one year, 85% another, based upon the harvest and how things are blended. In the Orvieto DOC, there aren't any minimums for that has to be a minimum amount of one varietal or not. So, but it's a blend, and those are the four main grapes that they use. Grichetto is from Greece. So probably, if you think about the name of it, it's pretty close to Greece. Like I said, Procanico is a Trebbiano clone. The wine itself is fermented and aged in stainless steel. It doesn't say how long it's fermented or how long it's aged in stainless steel. It just says aged in stainless steel until bottled. It's a 2008, so it can't be really aged for very long, since it's probably been out here for a little bit. But again, kudos to Ruffino and having the information on the website. That is so helpful when you're trying to find out stuff about the wine. Excellent. Thank you for watching. As always, so I haven't really been pitching this much. Click the links as far as friending me up. You can see here on the right-hand side, it's not just Facebook and Twitter anymore. I've got everything that I have a profile under 1337 Wine on, and I've got some of my personal stuff on there too. Friend me up on all that stuff. Send me an email. Subscribe to the website. I have no problem. Subscribe to the feed on FeedBurner. That way you get an email every time I put something up on the website. All that kind of stuff. Leave comments down below. Donations. Hey, you know what? Whatever you want to do to help a brother out with the little money thing, that'd be awesome. Help pay for the wine. Jared's been my only contributor so far, and really thank him a lot for that. Helps with the wine. And really appreciate everything. Hope to see you guys again next time. Next week's episode 50, by the way. Thanks a lot.